Hi, I'm Lexi, and you're listening to L.U.C.K with Lexi. My podcast focuses on people who are working extremely hard and doing extraordinary things. Today, my guest is Reid Meinhardt. Reid is a world-ranked water skier, a AAA hockey player for the Biggby 18U. He just signed with the Bismarck Bobcats, a junior hockey team located in Bismarck, North Dakota. Not to go unmentioned, Reid also does very well academically and qualified for the 2022 D3 Tennis State Finals. Thank you for being here, Reid.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's start with water skiing. We grew up on the same lake, so I used to see Reid going out and water skiing all the time. When did you start water skiing?
I started when I was about 3, maybe even 2, and I grew up just skiing all the time. My dad skied growing up, so he got me into the sport, and then about 6 or 7, I started skiing competitively, doing tournaments.
To the back, 5 front, there he goes, regular backflip, here's the reverse. He's got 4 more flips he can do, flip twist back.
And then from there, I just kind of kept continuing and pursuing the sport.
Where are some of the places you kind of skied in Michigan? We kind of have snow most of the year, so.
Yeah, so I ski during the summer when the lake is not ice. I ski on Long Lake, and I do most of my trick skiing there. And I'm fortunate enough that my parents have some friends who have a small, half-a-mile long lake that has a slalom course in it, and that's where I do most of my slalom skiing. When the weather's not so nice, I ski in Florida a little bit, ski school, Pika Ski School down in Florida. And I try to get down there for 1 or 2 weeks, usually around spring break, to start my off a little bit longer. This last year I wasn't able to do that because of hockey, but that's usually what I try to do.
Walk the steps in a year it takes to qualify for a world event.
To qualify for a world event, you have to be ranked high enough. So what you have to do is you have to go to usually local regional tournaments that scoring system you're allowed to score for world rankings. So they need video and stuff and official judges. And if you score high enough at those, it'll count for your rankings. And you have to usually for worlds, you have to be top 12 to qualify independently without a team qualification. And that's how you qualify.
Okay, nice. Where are some of the coolest places you've skied?
By far, Italy. I went there a year and a half ago. Just awesome. It was so cool because usually when I go to ski tournaments, it feels like you're just there for skiing. And when you go to vacation somewhere, it feels like you're just there to vacation. But it was half and half. So that was a really cool experience. Went to northern Italy. And for the first half, it was mostly focused on skiing. And then after that, I vacationed a little. We went to Rome, Milan. It was really cool.
Sounds super cool. Are you skiing or are you solely focusing on hockey?
I'm definitely still skiing, not as much as I'd like. I didn't do any tournaments this last year, but I'm still practicing all the time, skiing out front on my local lakes. I said I haven't gone to Florida in the last year, but I'm still skiing as much as I can. But hockey does get in the way sometimes, but I'm definitely never giving that up.
Yeah, a good transition into hockey. So I'm a figure skater, so I used to see Reid a lot at the rink. So who were you when you started playing hockey?
About the same age as I started water skiing, about 3 years old. Skating and my dad made an outdoor rink, and I would skate out there, and that's kind of how I started hockey.
Pretty rural area, and sometimes resources are very sparse. Started travel hockey, so kind of tell us about that.
So when I was 10-ish, I think, playing in Saginaw to try to keep pushing for hockey, and so thank my parents because that was a 2-hour drive once or twice a week, and I was able to sleep in the car while they drove, so I got the good hand of that. Now in Alpena, there's a better travel program. Coach Ben Henry, he's running a lot of that, and he's pushing a lot of the younger levels as well as his high school team. And I think that's huge for the travel program, so you don't have to play 2.5 hours away.
Kind of difficult growing up, traveling a lot?
I think it was, but I appreciate what my parents did. Also use that time to do schoolwork in the car, read books. And it wasn't nearly as bad. Also, I had friends who played in Saginaw and in Marceau and Harrison Keshibuski. So we had rideshare sometimes, and that made it much more fun.
Kind of tell us about how involved your parents were with all of this.
My parents have always been supportive 100%, and they've always been right along with me. And it's made it incredibly easy to pursue hockey and water skiing.
Did you get your schoolwork done and still do super well in school?
I have to sacrifice some free time. I don't hang out as much as I would like to. Most of my free time is just spent doing sports, and then doing schoolwork, and then like also just making the most of the little time I have, like in between classes or when I'm not doing anything in classes, I'm doing schoolwork from another class, and just to be more efficient. That helps a lot.
Definitely. Now live in the Lansing area and play AAA hockey there, but you played varsity hockey here in Alpena for 2 years, and you had some really good friends on the team. Hard for you to leave?
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, the community that supported us was amazing. The games were packed. That was amazing. Also, I grew up playing hockey with all of my friends, and to leave that behind was definitely so tough, but it's just to pursue trying to play at the next level. But even when I come back now, I feel like I'm still a part of that group. Like, I sometimes get the privilege of practicing with them, and I like hanging out with those kids still.
Jump from varsity to like AAA.
Not really. Not as big as you would think. Our coaches did a great job of preparing me for that. My work ethic that I was taught in Alpena's community has been exceptional, and it's allowed me to keep thriving at the next level. But yes, it definitely has a jump to it. There's a jump in skill level, but honestly, if you just work really hard, you'll keep up with the skill and get ahead of it eventually.
Yeah. Do you play?
Up my whole life playing defense, but then 2 years ago I started playing forward, and now I'm almost always a center. And playing defense growing up, it's really helped me develop my defensive side of the game, and that's also allowed me to play sometimes defense on our power play, and it's allowed me to be much more versatile.
Yeah, definitely. What were your favorite hockey memories?
My favorite hockey memory was probably when we beat Marquette in regional finals, I think. My sophomore year of high school, I remember being down 3-1, 4 minutes left, and the barn just erupted. We just scored. Scored three straight, loudest place ever. I mean, that was probably my favorite hockey memory.
Yeah, it was definitely electric in that room. Your favorite hockey team?
Red Wings, but they're on a little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I also like Michigan Wolverines, go blue. But professional hockey, I like Detroit. If only they could get it together a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Favorite hockey player?
A few. I mean, obviously like some of the superstars, but I also like a guy named Logan Stakehoven. He plays on the Dallas Stars. He's smaller like me, but his skating, he works so hard and he never stops moving his feet. So I try to like kind of bring part of his game to my game, and that's how I try to emulate my game after model my game.
Definitely. My favorite's L.U.C.K, just so everyone knows. Signed to play with junior hockey in Bismarck, North Dakota. Is this the team you did your rookie lap with?
Yeah, it is. So when I played for Biggby, or I still play for Biggby, but last year I played for them, and we do 2 Minnesota showcases. After the second Minnesota showcase, their assistant GM contacted me, and we just kind of kept talking back and forth, and eventually he was able to get me out for a week of practice there. And during that practice, I played pretty well. They had some injuries and stuff, so I was able to play a game there. So I did my rookie lap there, played a game there, and then I signed with them recently to go play in North Dakota next year.
That's super cool. I've explained what a rookie lap is.
Yeah, a lot of teams have this tradition that if it's your first game, you get to go out before warms, before everyone else, and you get to shoot 2 pucks usually. Sometimes a little nerve-wracking, don't want to miss the net. And I didn't. But yeah, a lot of teams have, especially NHL teams, have a tradition where you can go out, rookies go out before everyone else and have to shoot the pucks.
Yeah. Some kind of like fun questions. You probably have a really strict diet, but what's your guilty pleasure food?
Dill pickle pizza with ranch from BC Pizza in Alpena. It's amazing.
It sounds really good. I might have to try that. Favorite TV show?
All the Outer Banks episodes, I feel like the plot's gotten a little bit still. It's kind of the same recurring themes over and over again. I'm excited to watch Squid Games Part 2 that just came out 2 days ago. So, yeah.
Other hobbies other than like hockey and water skiing?
Like I said, I don't have a ton of free time, so it makes it a little bit tough to enjoy other hobbies. When I'm not doing water skiing or hockey, I'm always trying a new sport. I try to play tennis in my free time, but I just don't have a ton of time to do like random hobbies. I mean, most of my free time I spend with my brother, my family, and that's really all I have time for.
Favorite holiday?
4th of July here in Alpena, it's the best place to be. The fireworks. I'm always out on the water. Water's warm that time of the year.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you get a warm month, so you gotta make the most of it.
Other sports you like to watch?
Yeah, anytime there's random sports on TV, I'll watch. Not baseball. I don't
Yeah,
like baseball.
no
So
baseball.
slow.
Like music you kind of listen to like hype you up?
I just listen to anything. I'm not a big music person.
What about your holiday traditions? We just had Christmas, so do you have any like holiday traditions you and your family do?
Yeah, for Christmas we have company over. My family, we usually have Christmas Eve dinner, and then we have presents with everyone. This year we were able to skate on the rink with my cousins. Or not the rink, the lake actually. The lake turns into a rink. We were able to skate out there. That's super cool. And then for Christmas, just normal, open presents.
Yeah.
Enjoy family.
Super fun. I know you do really well academically, so what's kind of school?
Go Michigan.
Yes.
I hope to go there. There's also some options, Ivy League. If I could get into one of those, that would be amazing. Especially if to be able to play hockey out east. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. End goal.
Division I hockey would be my end goal. Specifically, University of Michigan again.
Brandon Narado.
Yeah, you should take me on your team.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Go Blue again. And other than that, like after hockey's over, I plan to pursue probably some sort of mathematical degree, engineering, or maybe actuary, probability, and statistics.
You'd give kids in high school who are trying to reach their goals?
About what other people think of you now. Worry about how you'll think of yourself 10 years from now.
Well, thank you so much, Reid, for being here. And if you know someone in your community who's working hard to achieve their goals or doing extraordinary things, send us a DM at L.U.C. Unlimited Apparel. Thank you for listening to Lock It with Lexi.